Hello, my name is Bill Haley, and this is for Haley2024 the Movement's Government Reform Ideas. Now, this video is going to be on the law enforcement authorization, the LEA sector, and specifically the rating system, dealing with that. Now, if this is one of your first videos, you're probably going to want to look at the full overview of the CRA structure, a competitive governance structure. CRA is competitive regulatory agencies, and that's competitive governance. We separate all government power into 30 sectors. The 5 we're concentrating on this video is the violent crime mitigation system, and this one specifically on the law enforcement authorization. Because we go competitive governance, and we don't want thugs to go into police officer, to have a badge and become police officers, or a rogue prison just locking up anybody they want to, or a crazy court system that does not respect civil liberties. We want a law enforcement authorization, which is a representatives of all the citizens come together. So I'm going to say the words representatives of 70% of American citizens, or of your state citizens, or of your locality. You still have 3 levels of government. That you have to have representatives of 70% of your fellow citizens within your local, your state, or your federal to authorize anybody with inherent government power. So authorize anybody to be a prison guard, a prosecutor, a judge, a law enforcement officer. So law enforcement authorization agencies, they have to authorize anybody within this sector, because anybody within the sector has inherent government power. Obviously, you're going to have a couple clerks and everything like that maybe not need the full authorization, or the level of authorization is so much lower. They'll have a little bit more authority for that. But basically, everybody in here has that authority. And the law enforcement authorization obviously is going to give a lot more scrutiny to the people with the most authorization, such as the judge, the prosecutor, the top detectives, and the like. So it's important to have, with the law enforcement authorization agency on the governing side, compared to the rating system side, when they have that much power to authorize or take away the authorization, everybody needs a boss. And everybody on this side, their boss is over on this side, at least doing oversight. A little bit of shining the light. They have real government authority to look at anything that happens on the governing side. So if we're going to have competitive governance, we need to make sure everybody has a boss. Everybody has somebody that can look over their shoulder and ultimately take away their power because they're abusing their power. The rating system has significant authority, executive, legislative, and judicial authority to put somebody through the system if they meet certain thresholds. And there's, again, if they there's abuse on that side, there's other, everybody has a boss. There's other representative bodies that can take away somebody's power. So everybody has a boss. Everybody has oversight. Everybody's power can be taken away by somebody else, by representatives of the American people or the state you're in or your locality. So it's important to understand, with great power comes great responsibility, but that comes with the oversight from another representative body. No longer are we going to have the executive of the state or the executive of the federal government in charge of so much, in charge of the prosecutors, in charge of the attorneys, the attorney general, and the district attorneys, and the like. Everybody's going to have oversight. Nobody's going to be without oversight. So the top prosecutors are going to have oversight as well, and people who can look deeply into what they're doing. And that's what the rating system can do. Not only do we have a highly big separation of powers into 30 sectors, but then we split that power into 2 different sides, the governing side and the rating system side. If you want to pause and read through all this, I have videos on each one of these, and everything's on my website nicely laid out, with videos embedded throughout. And this is one of the videos that I'm going to keep on embedding. I'm keep on building out my website, but it's pretty extensive right now in May of 2022. So let's keep on going. We get the rating system. You can look through that. You can look through this. And you can look through the full 30 sectors, what we have here. And again, anybody who, let's say, breaks a banking law, they go through the court system, and that court system has to be authorized by the judicial authorities. So nobody in the insurance or the education or the manufacturing, they have executive, legislative, and judicial, but their judicial is part of the other judicial. They need to be authorized as well. So we don't have any kangaroo courts. Everybody has to have civil liberties and the like. So let's keep on going right back to this screen real quick. And this one's on the law enforcement authorization and how important it is for them to have the oversight of the rating system. Until the next video.